Hey, what's going on YouTube? Lionel here, and today for you I have a sample haul, some perspectives on some fragrances. Um, what else? What else do I have? And just kind of show you some samples I got and some things that I were impressed with, some things that were that actually kind of disappointed me, and some things that I got a chance to smell. I just hadn't had the time to really go because I went to Saks, Barney's, and Neiman's, and each of them are about they're not too far from each other, but they're about 45 minutes from me, given traffic and everything. So, when you got young children, you got to prepare them, get them, go out there. And I really don't like going to those stores with small children just because, those folks are a little bit snobby sometimes. Anyway, so let me tell you what I smelled. So let me first start with some things that I was disappointed with. My most disappointing line I think was Tom Ford's private line by far. I really wanted to like Tuscan leather because of the split. I was going to jump on this split, and I'm glad I didn't do that blindly because I don't like that fragrance at all. Also, I gave it to three other sales associates, just to see what they thought. So man, maybe it was just something wrong with my nose today, and absolutely not. None of them liked it. Um, so overall, very disappointed Tuscan leather. Oud wood, I would not even consider wearing. Man, think of a musty cowboy with leather boots, and just think of a cowboy in a leather vest riding on a horse with no shirt on and some tight jeans. That's what that smell reminds me of. Absolutely would not even consider wearing that fragrance, even if it was given to me for free. Couldn't wear it. Um, I did Santal Blush and some other ones, but at the end of the day, overall I was just unimpressed. I mean, by the time I got to the third or fourth one, I was like, the most overrated private line, as far as I can tell, is um, Tom Ford. Now, don't get me wrong, Amber Absolute is great. I do own a decant of Amber Absolute. I did have a decant of tobacco, a small amount of tobacco vanille. Um, Used it over the last whatever and went with Pure Havana. I like Pure Havana a lot better than I like Tobacco Vanille. Um, and there's other tobacco honey scents out there, Shergy and some others that I enjoy a lot better than that one. So overall, that line gets about a D for me. Next, I moved to the Chanel exclusive line and was very impressed, very impressed with that one. But a lot of their scents are mature. I wouldn't see anybody under my age. I mean, I'm 34. I wouldn't see anybody younger than me, and even my age, 35 and younger, especially if you're kind of a metrosexual kind of guy who loves fragrances. Um, I wouldn't see. I mean, that's probably for someone who's like my manager or above his type of fragrance, but I don't see it. But I did like them, so let me tell you, overall, I think they're very impressive. Eau de Cologne is a gorgeous, mature man summer scent. I can just see a man on a boat, a guy, mid-level executive on a boat, uh, with his family or something, and the Cayman Islands or something, or maybe on the East Coast and Boston or somewhere, raised in a cell and wearing that fragrance in the summer. So it's that. I really like Sycamore, so I think Clay has some Sycamore. I may actually get that. That's a pretty good fragrance. I mean, a little sweet, a smoky campfire. Man, it is nice. Sycamore is nice. Sycamore needs to get some love here, so I like Sycamore. And I tried a few others. I own a split of Coromandel, so I already had that one. So overall, I'll give it I would give it a B minus. But I don't think a lot of people would wear those fragrances, especially from the YouTube community. So I'll give it a C. I'll give that line a C. Um, Next, I went over to um, in Neiman's. I visited Bond. So I visited Bond, and here's what I came away with. This is can't sit down anyway. Andy Warhol, Bond Number 9 Signature. I got Madison Square for the Wife, and then I got West Side. People can say a lot of things about Bond. Maybe a bit overpriced, maybe a bit presumptuous, one thing you can't say is that they don't make very appealing, well-made fragrances. That's something you can't say. And I don't know who it was. Someone was splitting West Side. That thing is gorgeous. Think of a chocolate wine with roses. And oh my gosh, West Side is so good. Like, West Side may actually be better than New Harlem because I think West Side may be a bit more versatile than New Harlem. West Side can be a little softer. I mean, I really like West Side. Impressed me a lot. I was also very impressed with Andy Warhol, the latest one, the one, the bottle with his picture, the purple bottle. Oh my gosh, it has a gorgeous plum note with some incense and some oud. Oh my gosh, that thing is wonderful. And then Bond Number Nine Signature. It is what it is. I mean, I've heard that it's kind of a pure perfume that you use with layering, and someone else can talk more about that. I don't know a lot about the Bond House, but I have smelled quite a bit. I love Bleecker. I love Wall Street. I like O'Day, New York. I love New Harlem. But man, this thing West Side is such an underrated fragrance that I don't know what to say. I mean, it is delicious. I mean, I can see you talking about a panty dropper. I would see this one, a man wearing this one in a club on a date. Like he's gonna make a statement. This thing, like women, it will make women's mouth water. West Side is definitely a buy for me. Um, also got also got to smell what was it? What was it? The rest of the Killian line I already had that. But so anyway, out of Neiman's, the only thing I really came home with, I really like. It's called Tish McAvoy, and it was like black rose oud, and it was a unique scent, a little powdery, but a nice scent. So that's that. Bond, I give it an A, hands down, gets an A. Next, I went to Barney's, and there I got to smell the Nasomattos. I got to smell the entire the Labo line. I got to smell the La Artisan line, and I got to smell the most of the Serge Lutens that I wanted to smell. Now you got to be careful smelling Serge Lutens because they're so heavy and thick and racinic that they can overwhelm your nose. But so I was I was there for a few hours just because of this. Um, anyway, uh, if you like tuberose, if you like that medicinal smell, tuberose criminal is wonderful from Serge Lutens. It is wonderful. Uh, Jean Paul, I think is what it's called. $40. Jean Paul, Jean Pay. Anyway, it's a foodie fragrance. I don't know if I would wear that one or it'd be. I would want a like a 10 mil, 5 mil decant just to kind of splash my wardrobe with it. But I don't think I would own a bottle of that one either. However, I finally got to, I got another, my nose again. I had like 1 milliliter of Ambre Sultan, and then I went and smelled it again. Wonderful. Ambre Sultan is wonderful. Now, from the Lobo, I smelled the Dallas exclusive. I got my nose on Santel 33, and everything else I had smelled. So, uh, the Dallas exclusive is nice. Sort of has a Chanel number 5 feel to it. Somebody tell me more about that. But the Lobo, uh, the Dallas exclusive is nice. It is nice. I think it could make an impression. I could not. I did not like Santel 33 at all. It's not. It's just unwearable to me. It seems like it should have been over there with the Tom Ford Oud Wood type of which call it. I don't. I didn't like that one at all. So, but overall, pretty good house. I didn't smell the rest of them because I've already smelled Neroli. I've already smelled Rose. I've already smelled um, Bergamot. So overall, still a great house. But Santal 33 was very unimpressive to me, something I wouldn't wear, and I really liked the Dallas exclusive. Next and finally, I went to next I went to Nasomatto. Duro, hands down. Like Nasomatto is worth the price. So if you got a Nasomatto and you like, they just had the bottle right of Black Afghano, just the empty bottle, and it was potent. Like I was thinking if I just spray, like if I could have just got a mist out of that on my neck or something, it would absolutely destroy. It would project for freaking miles. That stuff is potent and it's good. Black Afghano is well made, but I was really impressed with Duro from that line. The other ones were okay, um, but not wearable to me. But Duro gets an A+ to me. That Nasomatto house, maybe highly priced, but definitely worth the price, I think, because I'm telling you, a mist of that stuff. I didn't want to. I didn't. He said, you can try to get the last bit of this. I didn't want it on my skin because it was going to overpower everything else that I wore. Finally, I'm going to go to the A+ house. So I give Nasomatto an A. It is well composed. You can tell. You can tell that fragrance. Oh, and I also got to um, smell some of the Boys 1920, and they're impressive. But I was I was I was so overwhelmed by Nasomatto that I couldn't even think, and the Serge Lutens, that I couldn't even think about it. But the Tuberose Criminal and Ombre Sultan are definitely on my buy list. Finally, I am currently wearing two Creed fragrances. Um, Here's the sample that I got from them. She had one left, and she gave it to me. Royal Oud, and then also the Jardin. Um, how do you pronounce it? Jardin. Um, de Amalfi. Jardin de Amalfi. I'm sorry about the pronunciation, but that's what it was. It's a new Royal exclusive. Let me tell you this: there are fragrances that are good. There are fragrances that are great. There are fragrances that are 5.5, and then there's Jardin Del Mafi and Royal Oud. Nothing about that price is wrong. Like, if I've ever smelled a flawless, I'm talking about flawless. Even the West Side and the New York Ambers and the Nasomattos, someone may find fault with some of those. I don't find anyone. I don't think I can't imagine anyone finding fault in Jardin Del Mafi. Wonderful on a woman. On me, like a lot of people talk about it smells like Dolce like blue or some other stuff like citrus. I didn't get most of it. I'm still wearing it now and it's still going. I didn't get much of any citrus. What I got was pink peppercorn. I got vetiver. I got rose. I got uh, um, some cinnamon, and I mean just a blast. The initial spray, I got a blast of citrus, but after that, it just kind of the citrus kind of went away in these other notes. But it is vetiver, peppercorn, rose, so fresh, so vibrant. Like, hands down, it would be a compliment getter. I wouldn't consider it a panty dropper. I would consider it, you're sitting in a boardroom with a bunch of executives with a bunch of money, and they're looking at you because you're by far the best smelling guy in the room. Royal Oud. Royal Oud. Wiley Stinks is selling decants of Royal Oud. Buy it right now. Jardin Del Mafi. Get with Clay right now and buy it. Those things are wonderful. If you don't want 4 bottles of them, um, those things are wonderful. Now, one thing that really impressed me about the Creed house was Boy de Portugal. I'm wearing it now, man. It does have an old, it does have a classic smell to it, but man, it's wonderful. Like, that thing is wonderful. Like, I'm smelling it now, and classy, upscale, wedding. You're like, when you're sitting in a board of executives, you spray Boy de Portugal on and go have a conversation. Hands down, people are respecting you. It is that type of fragrance. Uh, Now back to Royal Oud. Royal Oud is about as flawless as Jardin Del Mafi. I'll give Royal Oud an edge by half. I mean, not even a half inch. I mean, not even a centimeter. Not even a millimeter. It is just a hair follicle away from Jardin Del Mafi. It's just something in it that's so wonderful, so impressive, so everything is fresh, is woody, is manly, it's everything. Royal Oud is wonderful. So, for me, Creed gets an A++, because finally I got my nose on Spice and Woods also. Oh my gosh, Spice and Woods is so freaking classic, so good, so masculine, so mature, and so sexy. I don't know what to say. Spicy, woody, sweet, delicious. Anyway, that's the video. I've already had 15 minutes. Let me know what you think. Peace.